J.M. DeMatteis, James Tucker and Ethan Beavers finish up the Justice League's multiversal adventure as the multiverse is wiped out by Amazo 2, and it's up to Wonder Woman and a few surviving heroes to restart it. J.M. DeMatteis and James Tucker deliver a stellar finale for the Justice League Infinity story, tying up the plot of the multiverse ending in a nice bow, paying off the plot threads left hanging, and ultimately delivering a story about hope and trust in those you call your friends. Like so many of the animated series arcs, I like that different characters got time to shine, like the little squad this issue made up of Batman, Wonder Woman, Manhunter, Flash and Green Lantern, all who served a specific purpose in the story and one we've seen develop over the last 7 issues, and when combined, led to quite a beautiful moment of the multiverse being saved thanks to the hope these heroes had. It speaks to the skill of DeMatteis and Tucker as both great writers and guys who have actually worked with these characters for literal decades. Ethan Beavers delivers one final amazing round of artwork for the series finale, covering every page in bright colour, trippy paneling and fun action, perfectly capturing the style of the animated show in still form. Justice League Infinity issue 7 was a fantastic finale to the series, delivering a final story beat with our characters that encompasses what made the animated series of Justice League so damn good. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10. Justice League Infinity issue 7 sees the heroes defeated by the alternate Earth Amazo, as Batman remembers being part of the League means you face extraordinary evil on a daily basis and you need to convince yourself that failure isn't an option and that every enemy can be defeated and every world can be saved. Batman remembers though when he was 8, Joe Chill gunned down his parents and there are times where the darkness wins. Amazo 2's power engulfs the entire multiverse, wiping everything out of existence with only Batman, Wonder Woman, Manhunter, the Flash being saved by Green Lantern's shield construct. Manhunter reaches out with his mind but cannot find a single living thing in the darkness. Batman wonders why they are there and John says that the anti-life exploded in his face and he instinctively formed a shield, grabbing as many as he could, but the 4 heroes were the only ones he could save. He knows that the ring will eventually run out of power and that they too will be erased, but Wally tells him not to lose any hope. John snaps at him, telling Flash that they failed and it's over. Batman tells the heroes that if Superman was there, he would probably say something about even in the darkness and at their darkest times, they need to hold on to hope. Diana asks if he really believes that and Batman doesn't, but he wants to and that accounts for something. Batman wonders to himself what he could do to stem the tide of multiversal oblivion since he's just a man and his skills are meant for the streets, not going up against gods and demons. John tells the team that the anti-life is eating away at his shield, so Batman wonders if maybe Wally's Speed Force can help them out, being that it's a primal energy. Batman knows that despite being in over his head, he will stop at nothing to try and save everyone as Wally begins running around the shield, creating a vibrational field that will keep the anti-life at bay while John channels all his will into the ring. Diana knows that John won't be able to keep that up forever and neither can Wally, but Manhunter knows that maybe they don't need to, since when he joined minds with his Earth D counterpart, he learned of information transferred to the Earth D version of him from another Manhunter, a being known as the Oracle, who believed that there was someone who had the power to end the crisis. Diana remembers Superman telling her about that, but they didn't know who it was, and Manhunter does know now, knowing it to be Wonder Woman. With Diana's permission, Manhunter taps into her mind, finding out her recent adventure with another world's dark side. Diana remembers that when she was with that dark side, she felt a surge of power within her and a presence, and at the time she was filled with grief and couldn't see it, but now she knows what it was. It was the life equation, the opposite of the anti-life equation. She knows this other Earth's dark side found it, but was unable to activate it since he was too corrupt. Manhunter knows that at the moment of the villain's death, Darkseid passed the life equation onto Diana, making her the key to rebirth the entire universe. The tiring Wally knows that if they found the key, they should probably put it in a lock soon. Green Lantern tells the Manhunter to do it, so Manhunter unleashes his powers to activate the life equation in Diana's mind, causing the power to explode from within her and begin tearing her apart. Batman knows he can't allow this to happen to his friend, taking Wonder Woman's hand and sharing the power with her. Bruce wonders what made him think that 2 hearts combined could create a miracle, but despite the anti-life seconds away from consuming them, Batman and Wonder Woman felt the pure life energy that was contained in the hero, but that didn't last for long as Amazo 2 meanwhile has been observing the heroes, amused at their struggles, but now it's time for them to face oblivion. The main Earth Amazo appears before the evil counterpart, demanding he let them go. Amazo 2 demands to know how he is still alive, so Amazo tells him that he's not not the only one capable of evolution, and while it took some effort, he reconstructed himself from nothing, and now he is there to stop him. Amazo blasts his evil doppelganger away, blowing apart his android body, but the demon within him still lives, battling to put itself together as Batman and Wonder Woman unleash the life equation, giving birth to the entire multiverse again. All of the Justice League return to life as Batman knows that the power seemed to overwrite their personal identities and sweep them up into something bigger, something he could never understand. Batman reunites with Wonder Woman and the heroes share a laugh in relief and victory. The heroes of the two Earths meet one another, with Kal telling Superman that it's been an honor as both Justice Leagues head their separate ways. Back on the main Earth, the Justice League celebrate with a party on the Watchtower, with Flash stuffing his face full of cake. Batman finds it all incredible that both he and Wonder Woman put this all back to life. Diana doesn't think it's as random as Batman thinks, and maybe John's ring or his mind grabbed them on purpose, but Batman doesn't think things happen for a reason, and reality contradicts that. Diana tells him that there are many levels to reality, and Batman agrees since his focus is usually on the ground, and he's glad Diana is around to tell him to look up once in a while. John Stewart meanwhile meets with Vixen, who tells him he never stopped loving Shiera despite what he was telling himself. John thinks that Mary is wrong, but the woman knows that it's truth, and she's always known and wants John to admit it to himself. She leaves John, and soon Shiera comes by, offering John some much needed cake as Superman asks Manhunter if he's heading back to New Delhi now. John knows that he has a dear friend there, but if it's alright with Superman and the others, he wants to stay on, but not as a mission coordinator like before, but maybe some type of ambassador who seeks peaceful solutions to problems before they erupt into cosmic brawls. And the first place he wants to start with is Apocalypse and Granny Goodness. Clark knows that John is a better man than he is by wanting to start there, but Manhunter knows that's doubtful, disappearing on his friends as he says goodbye. Lois knows he'll never get used to him disappearing, making Superman comment about how he's a green man from Mars, but his invisibility is what throws Lois off. Lois asks if Superman would like to accompany her on a nice romantic dinner to make up for the last interrupted one, making Superman remember about Overman, figuring the Nazi was taken back to his own world when the multiverse reset, knowing that he'll face some significant changes there. Lois wonders if he will change as well, since somewhere inside the tortured heart, he still is Superman. Overman meanwhile seeks out his Lois Lane's grave, knowing that now he's free from Vandal Savage's mental blocks, his feelings for Lois have been set free. He knows that Savage can't be blamed for everything he did and many of the atrocities he willingly took part in, and he must pay for his sins. Metallo and Doomsday come to take Overman away so the freedom fighters can pass judgment on him, while elsewhere in the multiverse, Amazo reappears, reassembling his broken doppelganger, clearing them of the anti-life. Amazo tells Amazo 2 that together they will discover what wonders await them across the sacred universe. On the Watchtower, Elongated Man alerts the heroes to Gorilla Grodd and his ape army attacking Washington. Wally can't deal with apes again, but Blue Beetle knows that he loves this stuff as the Justice League race off to face more evil, with Batman knowing just maybe he loves this stuff as well.